July 1st. The baton is handed over. Germany officially takes over the rotating EU presidency from Croatia. The expectations are huge. The bloc is mired in a deadly pandemic, the economy has tanked dramatically, and the EU's ambitious policy projects are being shelved. But there's hope that over the next 6 months, with Angela Merkel's experience, Europe can be saved from the economic catastrophe of the coronavirus.
The most important goal of the German presidency was to get an agreement on the recovery fund and the MFF. And with the latest agreement at the European Council, we can really say this major goal has been achieved. Everything else was overshadowed by the difficulties of the corona pandemic.
Merkel and her allies in the Council, notably French President Emmanuel Macron, pushed for unprecedented action. The EU for the first time would borrow collectively to assist the hardest hit and ensure a strong recovery. In total, 1.8 trillion euros will be mobilized over the next few years. But by agreeing to common debt, Germany threw overboard its decades-old fiscal orthodoxy.
The German presidency made a huge difference when it came to solidarity in the corona crisis. The German-French proposal was received with a huge relief, and I would say even something like gratitude, probably, by some member states, by a lot of MEPs. Because to react differently than Germany did in the financial crisis, that was something that was extremely important for Europe as a whole.
The fight against the pandemic overshadowed almost every other big policy issue, like migration or climate. But the long-simmering conflict over the respect for the rule of law took center stage when it suddenly became intertwined with the coronavirus response. In the end, a deal was struck with Poland and Hungary, after both countries had effectively vetoed the EU's pandemic relief package.
They burdened the European Parliament and the Commission with righting the wrongs, while they played business as usual with Hungarians and the Polish. And that doesn't work, because if the member states relieve themselves of their obligations to insist on upholding rule of law, the unitary institutions, the Parliament and the Council, just by themselves, will have a very hard time pushing that agenda.
With Christmas set to be a uniquely different one, the baton of the EU's rotating presidency will soon be handed over to Portugal to lead the bloc to recovery. Christopher Pictures, Euronews, Brussels.